Did God send a warning last New Year's Eve to America? Is it a sign of judgment or bad omen? A wake-up call perhaps to America as Trump enters the Oval Office in the White House? Is this the beginning of the seven thunders of the book of Revelation? Is it a sign of a black swan event coming this 2025? Will 2025 be better or worse? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. Kindly like this video and share to all of our friends. You can also support this ministry via PayPal by becoming a patron and TIBP members. Revelation 16 verse 18. Then thunder crashed and rolled, and lightning flashed, and the great earthquake struck, the worst since people were placed on the earth. Thunder strike is quite common, but when it strikes in several iconic landmarks in America at the same time, at the same day, it seems very mysterious. January 2, 2025. Lightning strikes US Capitol on New Year's Eve. MAGA world goes berserk. Says it's God's message. Several videos on social media circulated following New Year's Eve in the US, where it was reportedly seen that iconic monuments like US Capitol, Washington Monument, and many others were struck by lightning. The MAGA world, as a result of this, went berserk, while calming that it was the divine message of God for Trump. According to Newsweek, numerous videos and images were shared online which shows the lightning strikes, with some users actually interpreting them as an ominous sign, coinciding with US President-elect Donald Trump's impending inauguration for a second term on January 20.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it.
Wow. I think the lightning just struck the top of the Empire. See if anybody can rewind the stream in slow motion and get that.
In a post on X, formerly Twitter, the America First Post, a Trump-supporting media outlet, shared 3 videos it said showed lightning strikes on the Capitol building, Washington Monument, and the Empire State Building on New Year's Eve. Here's the raw footage. Washington Monument, here's Capitol Building, and the Empire State Building.
We'll wait until it changes color. Oh, we just got another one. I think that hit the exact top of the spire of the Empire State Building. You see that? I think I may have missed it a little bit, but that lightning struck exactly on the top.
Utah Senator Mike Lee shared on X footage, his own footage on Capitol lightning strike. He says, "Feels like an omen. What's it telling us?" Marla Singer says, "Whatever it's telling us, it said it twice." Some interpreted that these lightnings were warnings from God. Some interpreted that we're going to be facing another pandemic, as reports from China surfacing of a new virus spreading. Will it turn into a pandemic?
Say this, but it feels like 2020 all over again. Overflowing hospitals and thousands of patients with flu-like symptoms. China is facing a new health crisis, a new disease outbreak, which looks a lot like the Wuhan virus. And as always, Beijing is sharing no information. They're calling it a pneumonia of unknown origin. That's how Chinese authorities have described it. Beijing says it has set up systems to monitor the outbreak.
As per the information available so far, HMPV causes symptoms similar to influenza as well as COVID-19. However, unlike the two, it currently does not have any corresponding vaccine. How concerning is that?
We do hope it's just that, but sadly, the pictures tell a different story. Take a look at this. This is believed to be from a hospital in China. We cannot verify these pictures, but several videos like this one are going viral. Clearly, there is more to the story. We do not wish to speculate and feed the fear.
Job 36:32. He covers his hand with lightning and commands it to strike. Do you remember, friends? Lightning can also be a sign of judgment in the Bible. I remember yesteryears when Rio de Janeiro was struck by lightning, and what happens next is quite shocking. The Christ the Redeemer statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro was struck by lightning. This is an actual footage of it. Days after the demonic carnival, on February 19, 2023, disastrous flood hit the state of Sao Paulo in Brazil, causing widespread damage and claiming the lives of 57 people. Heavy rains triggered landslides and flooding in coastal towns of the country's richest state, causing extensive damage to housing and infrastructure. Some believe that this was an instant karma for Brazil. Some Christians believe it was God's response for mocking Jesus, who was sent to save them and the world. Galatians 6 verse 7 says, God is not to be mocked. Whatever a man sows, he will reap in return. The seven thunders of the book of Revelation. As the angel starts to speak, John hears the seven thunders. Revelation 10 verse 3. In the Bible, the voice of God is often equated with the sound of thunder. In Psalm 29, 3-9, the sevenfold voice of God is referred to as the sound of thunder. The seven thunders stand for the fullness of God's message, 7 being the number of God. Just like the seventh day, it represents God's creative power and authority. After the seven thunders in Revelation 10, revealed comes the temple in the sanctuary in Revelation 11. Revelation 11 verse 19, and the temple of God was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testimony, and there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail. So 7 thunders in Revelation 10 and thunder and lightnings in Revelation 11. And in the second coming of Christ, supernatural thunders and lightnings and great earthquake in this cataclysmic event. People will fear this thunder and earthquake, and they will hid themselves in the caves and ask the rocks to fall on them and hide from the face of the Lamb. The wicked, it will be a tremendous, horrifying day for the wicked, but a glorious event for the saved ones. Wars, famines, cyber attacks, viruses, whatever we would be experiencing this year, God is still in control. Thunder in prophecy surely reminds us that the presence of God is here, and He is constantly reminding us, even though life is busy, God is always calling. Dearest friends, do you hear the voice of God, His presence in your life today? Are you living daily surrendered to Christ? TIBP Media is committed in spreading the gospel of Christ daily. Would you like to recommit your life to Christ? This year, you can overcome. This year, you will be victorious and prosperous according to the riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Would you like to live by faith, free from fear? Is this your desire? Kindly type our decisions today. I commit my life to Christ. Thank you, dear friends. Kindly like this video and continue to share truth found in Bible prophecy.